welcome to Titanium Palace Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Gemini, okay? This is for any placements in Gemini you have in your chart. If you do, great. If not, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because I know that I was a cross-watcher for many of you myself, so I get you, I got you, but I might snitch, so be mindful. I use Star Spinner Tarot. I will also mention when it is important for you to use your own intuition. And with that, let's get started, my gorgeous Geminis. So please, angels and guides, anyone to the highest good, who's got a message for Geminis? And your card is the Five of Pentacles. Then you have the Six of Wands. This is the Five of Coins, sorry. The Six of Wands. The Page of Wands. The World. The Moon. The Emperor. The Six of Coins. The Tower, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Sun. Interesting, yeah, the Moon below the Sun, the way I placed it. Then you got the Two of Chalices. Okay, interesting. So, my gorgeous Geminis, start off with the Five of Pentacles. Now, on this card, you see an older lady helping out a young child, and this older lady, seems to be very well off, while this child is Does someone want me to say something? I don't know. This child seems like they're in the dumps. They, well, not necessarily the right terminology, but they feel bad. They don't feel good. They're not happy. They're sad. And this lady is trying to protect him from the cold and harsh weather that is behind her. In the sphere, like in the circle behind her, there's like hills or oceans or waves, whatever it is. It seems coldish because the card is blue. I mean, with yellow and green accents, and that might be blue, right? But whatever it is, that this lady is protecting, she's protecting under her cloak, okay, is definitely going to give some return on that investment with the Six of Wands, right? So maybe the lady took the child under her belt, invested in him, and now he gave her a very good return on his investment. I know I'm talking about, like, it's not so, I'm talking in a personal way about the child, about being an investment, but what are things that you put all your energy and all your time in, right? I'm pretty sure parents can see that, as it makes sense, as their child. They hope that their child will be a return on their investment by giving them grandchildren, giving them all those things. You know, it's not something it's not a spoken contract, but it is implied, you know. So the Six of Wands, publicly recognized success, is what that is. And I mean, if you look in the background, there is a tower, right? Like a sturdy, sound tower that's pretty tall. And if that little boy built that tower, I mean, that's a pretty good return on her investment. Her as in the lady, on her investment, right? Then you have the Page of Wands. Yes, and the Page of Wands, okay, it's talking of a new idea, a new concept, a new idea of an action, something that you can do in order to get to your wanted objective faster, is what I'm getting. Now, the next card is the World card. Now, the World card talks of completion, like things coming to fruition, and it's giving a return, right? Which is what I was getting at, the return on her investment, right? That created a tower, that created like an internship, possibly, that not only had one cycle, but it gave birth to another cycle. You know, like, the journey did not stop with this little child that she's keeping under her cloak. Nay, this journey went on to apprentices and things of that nature, right? I guess they went lateral. Not only did they go height-wise in the expansion process. Now, I might be throwing some concepts, but basically, it's just that this woman saw something in this child that made her invest in him, right? And so so she saw this going upward, but then the child did make it go upward, but did such a good job that they wanted to expand, and so they went on, like, so that instead of just going vertically, they went horizontally as well. That is what I'm trying to say. And with that vertically and horizontally expansion, I feel like there is a total completion, not only of one, not only was this a completion of one, but I feel like it's starting a new cycle and having it go most of the way, if you see what I mean. And that is because of the moon, because something that was hidden was brought to light by this child who wanted to pass it on to his apprentice, right? I have never gotten that before in my readings. Interesting, Geminis. Now, that apprentice, okay, is now the emperor, which probably means that he is now the teacher. He now has multiple teachers, or he has multiple teachers under his direction, and he now, that is what the emperor is. He is the ruler of kings, right? He has multiple kings under his rule. And so I'm getting that child of under that cloak turned into a teacher who then turned into a principal. I mean, if we follow the analogy. Right? So this child that turned into teacher and got apprentices turned into the director of this apprenticeship, if that makes sense. And now he's seeing a return on his investment, right? It was a small investment that reaped much reward. Or maybe we can even think that this queen now is seeing not only a double, triple, I think she's seeing 6 times the return on her investment, which is massive return. Okay, is what I'm getting. Then you have the tower. Now, the tower represents something that has been built on faulty foundations coming crumbling down. Now, I don't know what this is, but maybe, just maybe, this teacher or this principal, once they got a little higher up, started to slack off, started having faulty foundations, and that faulty foundation is breaking the whole tower. And the great thing about that is the awesome thing is that now there's nowhere to go but up. There's only good. They will only build a new building on good foundations, if you know what I mean. Now, the next card is the Ace of Wands. Now, the Ace of Wands says of a new beginning of an action, something that is, like, it's at a start. And what did I say? The tower has to come crumbling down so that they can start anew? Yep. But this time around, okay, they have a know-how that they did not in the last cycle. Meaning, they know what to avoid, what to steer clear of, and that is where the Queen of Swords comes into play. She is cool, she is calculative, she knows what to cut out and what to keep at all times, right? So that is how that is. And now, being able to protect yourself from all sides is going to allow this director this time around to reach the sun, which is his happiness, which might be having more students like graduate from the class, or having more money come in because there's more people graduating with high honors or whatnot, you know? And then at the end you have a Two of Chalices. Now this talks of love, but I feel like in this case it would be more like maybe this time around the Emperor, okay, who built stuff on faulty foundations, is now partnering up with the Queen of Swords, who is kind of calming him down, making him see like red flags. Notice the red petals on this card. Maybe she's helping him see the red petals before it's too late. So it's basically he has come into contact with someone who's going to make his business method more sound and more sturdy, if that makes any sense. And because of that, I feel like both of them will want to partner up for a long time. It doesn't necessarily mean love, but it could just mean business, right? So, my gorgeous Geminis, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it would be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Geminis, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye. Hello, and welcome to Titanium Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Libra, okay? This is for any placement of Libra you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. If you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you, but I might snitch. So, be mindful. Now, the first card out is the King of Swords in the reverse. Okay? Just keep in mind I'm using Star Spinner Tarot. I will also mention when it's important for you to use your own intuition, and with that, let's get started. So the cards from there is you have Fortitude, which is the Strength card, which is Leo energy. No, which is Leo/Taurus energy. Then you have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Chalices, the Ace of Chalices, the High Priestess, the Star, which is Aquarius energy. You have the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. You have the Ten of Coins. You have the Magician. You have the Two of Chalices. And you have the Four of Swords. Fool, and Temperance, which is Sagittarian energy. Well, the Magician is Aries energy, by the way. Okay, so my gorgeous and fellow Libras, I'm a Libra sun myself. Let's get into the reading. Okay, so with the King of Swords in the reverse, this would be that you or someone you're dealing with is becoming very cold, cool, calculative, not letting things that are no longer for your best and highest good to meddle in what you're currently doing, right? Then you have Strength. So, and the reason for that is because you have gained strength in your personality, and now you're like, I ain't spending my time with no riffraff. I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, and anything that does not lead me to what I want is out of the question. Okay. And then you have the Two of Swords. Now the Two of Swords talks about being between two ideas, not knowing which way to go. Should you go left or should you go right? And I'm sure that one is more has a lot to do with your intellect, while the other one is trying to pull you towards your emotions, is what I'm getting. So it's quite like being stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you see one as being a more direct path towards your Ten of Cups, Ten of Chalices, which is your wish fulfillment, you having everything you want in life and all that fun stuff. But then there's the other is an offer. It's an idea. It's the first step towards achieving the Ten of Cups, Ten of Chalices, or what you aim. So you see both of these ideas will get you to your Ten of Cups. It's just that they might take longer, because at this point you're visualizing what you want. You want the Ten of Cups, and you're like, yes, I want that. But before that even begins, you need to start with one chalice, right? You need to start with the Ace of Chalices. You need to be okay with starting the process in order to achieve the ultimate thing, right? The Ten of Chalices. If that makes sense, I hope that makes sense. If not, ask, and it'll be my pleasure to answer. Now, the next card is the High Priestess. So, I mean, it is you starting out from scratch, the Ace of Chalices, to get to your Ten of Chalices, but I feel like couple of important factors in the way to achieving that would be that you start with your intuition. You listen to your intuition at all times, even if you feel like it might hurt someone or step on someone's toes. At this point, the important thing is that you follow your intuition and learn how to communicate properly with people. Like, interpersonal communication skills are key. I believe that it's one of the most important things that we need to learn when we're children. I had difficulty with that because I had difficulty with interpersonal communication, and so I feel like due to that, a lot of my interactions with other kids had issues. And so the next card is the Ace, the Sun. Sun is a star, but is the Star card, right? Which is Aquarian energy, which talks of hope and promise for the future. Looking at the future with optimism. And I feel like, yeah. So this High Priestess is using your intuition to hope for something that you wish for is one of the best ways to get to it. Now, the next necessary thing in order to realize what it is you want is the Devil card, which could sound bad, but in reality, the Devil means being obsessed with something. Being obsessed, not being able to let go, working on it, 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 until it finally bears fruit, right? And sometimes, just sometimes, if you don't watch it, you might go down the wrong path. But in actuality, this just means being obsessed. Being obsessed with what you're doing, right? So much so that to the detriment of your interpersonal relations with other people. You know, so it's really a juggling act, knowing how much to give to one project and less to another, or one area in your life and less to another, right? In order to achieve your 10 of Pentacles, your wish, your material abundance is what I'm getting. Now, that's all good, and then the next card is the Magician. Now, the Magician is Aries energy. Did I say that the Devil is Capricorn energy? Alright, now, but I do feel like I need to mention this because my eyes did go there. Number one, I feel like he has a very well sculpted buttock, but he is curving his back in a way that makes his tummy like come out. Now that could be just your posture, or that could be like you might have an issue with your back. I would suggest going to the doctor, checking that out, physiotherapy, chiropractor, whatever, but that might be an issue, right? Or you might have a really prominent curve in your back, because that butt is like out there, and that tummy is kind of like out there on this card. So I'd be mindful about your posture at this point. Also, because I mean, a back that rounded will automatically imply a rounded torso, you know. So, be mindful of that. Because after the 10 of coins, okay, is the Magician. Now, the Magician is able to manifest what he wants, when he wants, whenever he wants, and however he wants, right? He is in charge of his thoughts with the swords, with his material abundance, with the coins. He's also in charge of his actions with the wand, and he is also in charge of his emotions with the chalice, with the chalice in which he's stirring his brew, right? Right. So, in order to become that well adjusted, you need to be able to master all four of these suits. Okay. Now, I feel like when you do that, I feel like because the next card is the Two of Chalices, which is the Two of Cups, which would indicate it coming together. Now, usually this could be between two people who are whole and complete by themselves. So when they come together, it is just magic, right? But in this case, I feel like it's more like your lower self and your higher self working together in order to bring balance in what it is that you are manifesting, right? Now, in order to make sure that all this happens in that order, I feel like the next step is to go within, to figure out what needs to be done in order to be able to manifest this type of a relationship with your higher self. You see? Now, once you get at that level, I feel like you need to throw all of your past experiences behind and start completely anew. You know? Yeah. completely new, like nothing, like you've experienced nothing, or like nothing is going to stop you from doing what you want. Yeah, and being completely obsessed with your objective, which is what he is at this point with the flower that he has in his hand. He's completely obsessed with it. He's not he's not looking anywhere else. He's just looking at that rose, right? Now the next card is the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is Sagittarian energy. The Fool could be seen as Aries energy. This is Temperance, which is Sagittarian energy, which talks about the melding of two ideas, the melding of two ways of doing, the melding of two ways of being, right? To bring out a better version of it. Yes. So, my gorgeous Libras, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you would like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Libras, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye! Hello, and welcome to Titanium Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Aquarius, okay? So this is for any placements of Aquarius you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I might snitch though, so be mindful. Now, I'm using the Star Spinner Tarot. I will also mention when it is important for you to utilize your own intuition. And with that, let's get started. First card out, the Fool, Aries energy. The Fool with the 5 of coins. The Lovers, the Death, which is Lovers is Gemini energy, Death is Scorpio energy, the Wands, 5 of Wands, fire energy. Then we have the Tower, which I'm not sure, but I think it's Pisces. I'm hearing Pisces energy. Then we have the 7 of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the 4 of Chalices. Justice, Libra energy. Yeah. The Ace of Chalices, Ace of Cups, and the 7 of Chalices. No, 7 of Coins, excuse me. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, followed by the 9 of Wands, followed by the Empress. And the Hierophant. Interesting. Okay. So let us begin Aquarius. So start off with the Fool. Starting something completely new, devoid of any past experiences, making sure that you get off on the right foot. Then you have the 5 of Pentacles, which if you see underneath her cloak, there is a child who seems like he's like holding on to one pentacle, right? He's like, my pentacle, type of thing going on, and she wants to take care of this little child who seems like he's out in the cold, and that was her choice. With the Lover's card, Gemini energy, which talks of making a decision, a heartfelt decision, in order to help someone get out of a bad mentality, a lack mentality, something that kept them in a negative headspace with the Death card. Now the Death card, okay, indicates a cycle coming to an end, a phase coming to an end, which means that it is talking of both death and rebirth. Notice that this Reaper, if you would, has in her arms a baby with a butterfly, which butterfly talks with transformation. Baby is a new beginning, right? Interesting that we have the Fool, which is the same color as the baby. Okay. Now the next card is the Five of Wands. Now if you see, this lady is in the fetal position because she has just been pierced by 5 wands in her heart, and it is a lot, and yeah, it is a lot for her, you know. So, I mean, it's taking a lot. It's a big, taking a big chunk of her energy to keep this tower up, because this is a tower, and a tower generally comes crashing down because it has been built on faulty foundations, right? And so because of her being so tired and sick, the faulty foundations are basically causing the tower to crumble and fall, and it is actually leaving space to see. Excuse me, Spirit must be here because my nose is itchy. This tower, when it fell, it gave way to seeing what was actually wrong with the institution that was built on faulty foundations, right? Because of a choice that was thought to be made from the heart, but might have been made from the ego, right? But what that Seven of Swords allowed for to be seen is the fact that this is self-imposed. This structure was built wrong because of a decision that you made. And I'm not pointing fingers, okay? I've done this multiple times myself in my lifetime. I had so many structures fall apart. But basically, this is just saying that seeing as you were the one who made the mistake, you are also the one who is able to fix it, you know? And because you are the one who is able to fix it, you can just choose something else, right? Now, the next card is the Magician. And by choosing something else, I feel like you will be able to become the master of all four suits in the tarot. Meaning your thoughts will be on point, your money is going to be on point, your actions will be on point, and your emotions will be on point. Or should I start with emotions first? Your emotions will be on point, which will then give way to your thought pattern, and after your thought pattern, you have the physical manifestations of it, which then will prompt you to do different acts. I have a feeling I'm making you feel good, whatever. One of the four, right? Now, at the beginning of this transformation, it's going to feel difficult. It's going to feel like walking uphill battle, going against the grain, having a lot of resistance to this change. And so that might cause a little bit of discontentment with where you are, discontentment that you're still here, discontentment that you haven't moved anywhere, blah, blah, blah. But all of that to say that it is all in order to help you reach your justice. with the Justice card. Now, the Justice is Libra energy, which talks about being fair. It talks of being just, allowing for good things to come in. But for that to happen, you first need to have stuff crumble and fall, which is you have the Tower. So in order to rebuild a strong building, you need to have the faulty foundation thing itself, destroy itself, right? Now, once the foundation is completely sturdy, that's when you can rebuild, emotionally rebuild, so that you can be certain that what you are concentrating on and what you are projecting is the right, the necessary ingredients to build something great, you know? Then you have the 7 of coins. Now, the 7 of coins talks of, like, basically about a return on your investment, which might take some time. You know, because you're going from an ace, like an emotional ace, to a physical 7, which is, that's a big jump to make. So it's going to take some time, which is basically what the 7 of coins talks about. It's waiting for your fruit to become ripe enough for you to take it to market, right? Now, but the next card being the Queen of Wands, it's just saying that have a plan, follow the plan. Follow the plan to the T, and you will see that that will be able to give you the strength necessary to manifest what you want. You know? Yeah. Even if it might seem extremely difficult, even though it might seem like it's a burden to the point where you might feel exhausted, still do it. If you if you want to see that goal manifest, you have to do whatever it takes to make it manifest, right? So even if it takes, being tired from time to time, but what this will allow you to do is become the type of Empress you want. Be able to be creative in the specific way that you want to be creative, right? In order to create, to manifest, to give birth to the stuff that you want, you need to be creative in a way that will allow you to do that, you know? And once that is created, you can then take it to an institution to get it reviewed or to get it baptized, because we are talking about the Hierophant, which is generally seen as orthodox or apostolic, old school mentality, not really moving from their perspective, always being so firm. So this could be that you're so firm in your conviction that this manifestation is going to come about that you are not going to let anything go until it is manifest, is what I'm getting. So, my gorgeous Aquariuses, this is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it will be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price for private readings, as well as the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous Aquariuses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!